All right. What's your name and what did you do this weekend?
My name's Landon Pham, and I got top 16 at Nats this weekend with Tenpai.
Tenpai Dragon. Nice.
Yeah. So we can get started with the deck profile. So I played three white, three orange. It's pretty standard. I played two greens, two yellows, and one Dora. So a lot of people have been dropping green down to one, but during testing, I found out that like in the grind game with D shifter and everything, sometimes you lose a green. So having that second one come up is pretty nice. For Dora, this card's okay. I only used it once, pretty much the whole weekend, but it was nice to have just for like signing patterns and all that. And then we have the basic three Sangan, one Terraforming, and two or three Kaiman. And then I also played three Prosperities to get my board breakers faster, three Droplets, one Mind Control, one Change of Heart, and two Lightning Storms. The reason I wanted to play more breakers was just because I was playing Mulch Army, so I wanted to be able to draw into my breakers. Mind Control and Change of Heart were actually pretty good, just because there was a lot of plays where I took Flamberg, and Field Spell protects Flamberg because it's the Fire Dragon. So this card is pretty clutch. And then we'll go into the hand traps next. So my hand trap lineup was three D-Shifters, three Molcharmies, three Ash Blossoms, three Imperms, and then one Magnuma and two Druid Swarms. So I feel like Shifter was a meta call. And the cool thing about the Molcharmy was you could play it under D-Shifter, which I think is really nice. Three Ash and three Imperms were basic, and then the one Magnum's mandatory. Two Druid Swarms. I think these were mid on paper. These were better, just because you can go into rank 10s really fast. But honestly, I think for the weekend, I rather have it be nibs instead. Right. So that's pretty much the main deck. It is at 43. For my side deck, it was three Cosmics, three Drolls. The three Drolls are probably the worst cards in my side deck. Like every time you draw your opponent, it felt like it pretty much did nothing. But I wanted to respect some Rogue, and I wanted it for the Yubel matchup just to make their board a little smaller
What
to
would
deal
you
with.
change them for in the future if you could?
These probably would be probably nibs. I would probably side in three nibs. Either that or they would be in the main deck. I played three Crossout and one D-Barrier. I wanted to respect this card, but honestly, the whole weekend I got D-Barriered only once, which was in my top 64 match, and I didn't even have Crossout, so yeah, it's kind of mid, but the Crossout itself was pretty good, just against like basic hand traps like Ash Imperm, and also in the mirror, the Crossout's crazy. And then the three cards that a lot of people have been dropping is the Heat Waves. I wanted to respect Yubel because if you activate this during Yubel, they pretty much just pass their turn and play non-engine. And I wanted the respect for it. And also against the mirror match, they make you go first, so this is really good against the mirror match too. I also played one Drago. This card is for the Yubel matchup and Brandon and all that. I never really got to use it this weekend. But the MVP of the side deck, pretty much the whole deck in general, was actually the Grand Tusk Dragon. This pretty much won me all my mirrors. I played 5 mirror matches. I wanted a different target for seals because it just felt bad having Drago, just because it only does light and dark. So against other decks, it's pretty useless. So I wanted another target for seals. And this one pops 2 on summon, so you're able to bounce 1 and then pop 2. So this won pretty much all my mirror matches because you bounce the field spell and you pop the 2 bodies. So this is pretty nice. And then for the extra deck, I played 2 Biden Dragon, 1 Transcend, and 1 Trident. This is pretty standard. 1 Black Rose, 1 Moonlight, 1 Ruddy, 1 Meteor Burst, 1 Quibel, and 1 Samurai Destroyer. I think these are pretty basic. Pretty much, I didn't really go into Samurai Destroyer or Quibelt. I pretty much went into everything at least once, and then these a bunch of times. I probably wouldn't cut any of these. These are like very situational, so I really like them. Then the link package is the seals, the Hida, the Princess, SP, and Doolittle. Honestly, I didn't go into any of these at all over the weekend. I literally only went to seals. Everything else was prosperity targets. Linking in this deck just doesn't feel that good just because Yellow Dragon locks you into dragons. So a lot of times these were useless, and like I just rather go into like my synchros and stuff. And yeah, so some changes that I would do for the deck is I would actually add a second seals. I think over the weekend I felt like it would have been nice if I had a second one just to out a bunch of stuff like skill drain and stuff like that, and like just like those random games where you like go into like a grind basically. But yeah, that's pretty much the deck list.
All right, awesome. So, any shout outs or anything like that that you want to give out?
Yes, so first off, I wanted to give a shout out to the people that drove me to Texas. So, shout out to Liz, shout out to Lance, shout out to Isaac, shout out to Amir. You guys are MVP for driving 19 hours to get us to nationals. Shout out to Vegas, and shout out to the boys back home at Vegas. You guys know who you are.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah. Alrighty, and that's pretty much it. Thank you.
All right.